Rags to riches. You know, I want to tell you about something interesting that happened at this fancy art gallery downtown last week. Picture this. There's this guy named Ethan, right? He's wearing these old jeans with paint splatters all over them, a worn-out t-shirt, and he's just casually walking around studying the artwork with this really intense focus in his eyes. Now there's this woman there, dressed to the nines in designer everything, looking at this stunning abstract piece. Ethan walks up beside her and starts talking about the artist's technique, the emotion behind the piece, and how it reminds him of Vanine Agog's later works. But this woman, she barely acknowledges him. She just gives him this dismissive look. You know the kind. Like he's somehow beneath her, probably assuming he's just another struggling artist trying to make it. The funny thing is, throughout the evening, she keeps subtly moving away whenever Ethan comes near any artwork she's viewing. It's almost comical watching her pretend to be deeply interested in pieces she clearly doesn't understand, just to avoid talking to him. But here's where it gets interesting. As the gallery event is wrapping up, everyone's heading out to the parking lot, and that's when they hear it, the unmistakable purr of a Lamborghini Aventador. And who steps out of the valet area? Our man Ethan. Turns out he's not just some art enthusiast. He's one of the biggest private art investors in the city, worth millions, who just happens to love dressing comfortably when he's studying potential investments. You should have seen the woman's face. Priceless. She stood there frozen as Ethan drove past, giving her a small wave and a knowing smile. Sometimes the richest stories in life are about how we treat people before we know who they are. If you enjoyed this little slice of life, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and follow for more surprising stories that remind us not to judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the person in paint-splattered clothes might just be the one signing the biggest checks.